Namaste, Gautami ma'am.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, yeah. Hello. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste,
Namaste,
Gautami
ma'am.
and
Namaste.
everyone.
Um,
Gautami ma'am, you're going to be teaching our class today.
yeah.
Okay, can you just tell us what the topics that we're covering? Is it just based on our conventional schedule, which says gallbladder,
It is a
kidney, liver?
psychiatric illness.
Tell us. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Psychiatric illness.
Is it only psychiatric illness?
Yeah, that is what the thing given to me is psychiatric illness and 40 major transformations required to come out of mental disorders and psychiatric illness.
Okay, that's fine because our schedule also has gallbladder, kidney, and liver on it. So since
Oh,
I
yeah,
start.
I think kidney and liver, but only 2 slides are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine because I'm going to start taking notes while you talk. So I just wanted to know that which notes I need to focus more on. But thank you.
Okay, no problem. All right. So, okay, what is the first one? Like illness. Let's go for this. No. Okay. Starting share screen will stop others' computer sound share.
Yes, ma'am. I have stopped my sharing, so you
Okay,
can.
gotcha. Are you able to see this, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now you are seeing a picture of brain, right? Slideshow. It's not coming slideshow. That's all. Okay, this thing is here. Okay, got it. So, psychiatric illness, you know what it is, right? It is something related to mind. So, there are number of mental problems, mental health problems. I should say mental health problems. So, I think this slide is describing the general mental health problems. It is not nothing like particularly not going towards a particular brain disease, but it's a general introduction and a general health problems with the mind. Okay, let's see what it is. Okay, so this is the first slide. Yeah, as I just now, as I said, it is the mental health disorders or mental health problems. There are many, frankly speaking, number of different kinds of health problems. Not every mental health problem has a medicine, believe me. So, because, it is just, it is not nothing related to this, but just general, what I understood from the society, I'm just trying to share with you. So, n number of mental health problems. So not every problem can be diagnosed and treated with a specific medicine. So a lot of research should be done. And moreover, it's very, very difficult to control if the brain is out of the track. Even the person who is suffering from the specific disease or specific health problem will not be able to understand that he has that problem. That is the biggest one. Few mental health problems can be diagnosed if they go to the hospital and they have some general psychiatric drugs. So that way they can reduce the symptoms, but there won't be any cure. The cure is only within that person itself, person himself or herself. But the unfortunate thing is they never realize that they are undergoing the problem. So because of that, they do the same mistake again and again. For example, if someone is undergoing a simple stress, so when they undergo a stress, the stress can be by many things. Either you are on the medication, different medications, you will get into the stress, or overthinking, or confusion, and no clarity on what on the life or on other things and other people, so they keep on thinking more and more in the same way. That's what it is. That is the biggest problem. If there is a problem somewhere, you don't understand. If you don't understand, the human being won't accept that they're not understanding. The main problem is they think that they know everything. They're understanding, they're focusing on the problem in the right way. So based on that wrong decision itself, in the beginning itself, they will start thinking and they bog down so much and they will extrapolate so much. But they go in a wrong way, in a wrong direction. And after some time, they do not find themselves. How much they search themselves, they do not find themselves. They've gone somewhere. But the problem will be somewhere else. But their thinking starts somewhere else and goes somewhere else. Finally, they're lost in that. So, in such kind of conditions also, the mind will get tired and they will get affected. The brain health will get affected. AFFECTED, affected. I mean, it becomes abnormal and their behavior will become abnormal. When thinking become abnormal, their behavior also become abnormal. Once they became abnormal, they never and ever come back to the right position and work for the right reason. The problem started somewhere, but they never come to that place. So this kind of mental health, with this kind of perspectives, what happens is, because lack of clarity, you never ever get clarity as long as you're outside. That means in the physical world. In the physical world, as long as you are in the physical world, you will pick up every damn thing from the physical world. Those things never let you to go inside of you and work on it. So always the thinking will be the physical world, the brain and the mind. Physical world, brain and mind. Physical world, brain and mind. It keeps moving around, round and round and round. Then who can clarify your thinking and who can help you? Who will give you the solution for your problems? Only your soul can give solution to your problems. Are we going to the soul? No. All the time we will be physical world. Whatever the data comes in the physical world, whoever put some damn things on you, so all that damn picking up and coming to the brain and give number of nonsense thoughts and put it in the mind box and take from the same thing from the mind box and going outside again and picking more, going outside, picking more. You know, it happens round and round and round. So as long as you never gone inside, what happens is you do not listen, but even you have a solution ready for you. So then what happens is automatically the mind will get tired and it will get sick by number of ways. So that is what we are trying to know about this. So mental health disorders, it is like a wide range of mental health conditions. Just now I told you. So then what happens is for any health condition, any mental health condition, the first thing is the mood swings will occur. It affects our mood. One time we think something, another time something else, another time something else. Then what happens is, as far as our thinking, keep changing every time, or in minutes time, or in hours time, as per that mood or as per that thinking, the behavior also changes. So the mood swings and behavioral problems. So both will occur in any mental health condition. Even a simple stress. We go in the home and we will yell on someone, either wife or husband or kids, anybody. That's it, behavior changed. It's a simple stress. It is normally happens. So many people have mental health concerns time to time. So mental health concern becomes slowly, as I already explained you, into mental illness. So ongoing signs and symptoms, they cause frequent stress and affect your ability to function and causing problems in daily life, such as school, work, and relationships. So that is what happens. So as long as we are outside, we never come inside. So those things will occur. So you never get a solution for any problem. First of all, you are not in the area of that problem. Problem is somewhere and we move away. Next. So signs and symptoms of a mental illness can vary depending upon the disorder, circumstances, and other factors. And hence they are divided into 3 types. Like, based on the symptoms. So like, mild symptoms, moderate symptoms, and severe symptoms, isn't it? So that depends, like, how much, how you affected by the mental health conditions. So if there are mild symptoms, what happens is it will affect your daily life little bit. So not much. The thing is, it looks normal, even for other people also, you look normal. But the thing is, slowly the mental health condition will get deteriorated. So even, the person also should be responsible for their own thinking. Sometimes, if the mind is giving you little, if there is a difference in thinking or, sometimes, for example, so many, it happens, in many people. See, when you are in the 20s and the 30s, like, we are very quick in understanding, we are quick in grasping and doing the things also very quick. By the time mother say, go and bring this thing, and we already are outside, such a quick response will be there. Why the quick response? Because mind is sharp. By the time she finishes the sentence, we already on the bike outside, because we understand by the time she tells, like, I need this and bring, then we know what to bring. Such a sharp, and, we will be the grasping power is so much because the brain is very clear and we can grasp the things very fast. Like, we understand what is happening, understanding power, because we focus. Our focus will be good, clear. When you focus, automatically you will understand. The clarity will be there. So that is how, the initially. After 40s, after 50s, what happens is we started thinking unnecessarily on many things. So that means our mind pattern has changed. So before 30s, the mind pattern, the thinking pattern is different, because we will have a very few people in the mind. So when we are a kid, we don't know anything and we don't know the outside world, and all we know is only mom, dad, and if they're siblings, because we play with them, just 2-3 people, that's it. Our focus is only that, in the home or school, little after we go to the school. The mind accommodation, the mind can accommodate only few things, and it can give you, the resources in the mind is good enough to handle few things. So as per that age, once you started going to the school, you can accommodate a little more, So as per our resources only, we will be able to accommodate the things in the brain. But after 30s, what happens is we try to put so much into the brain. Then what happens? The resources will be consumed. So what are the resources? Number one, life energies. And if you don't do meditation, how do you gain? Whatever the cosmic power, you already have it. When we born with some cosmic power. So if all that cosmic power is consumed off for unwanted things, unnecessary things, then how do you handle many things at a time? So when your age is growing, your responsibilities are growing, but your thinking also growing, your involvement, your attachments, and your reactions also going more and more, more and more. When this became like a big mountain, your resources will be lowered down. Less like this. So burdens are more, energies no more. So during that time, our mind will get unbalanced. When it is getting unbalanced, the symptoms will start. So it may not affect, if it is a mild symptoms, it may not affect that great, so that, your daily life, it goes on routine. Suppose a small change occurred in that daily routine, then, the clarity problems and little unbalance, like the spring, when there is a spring, when you put a more pressure, the spring will become like this. So that's how, the brain will affect it. So when you keep moving, like, you're pushing yourself so much, your cosmic power is done. You're pushing yourself so much, and so much of pressures, and you never take the cosmic energies completely consumed off, and you never take care of those things, and you're always in the outside, you never gone inside. Then what happens is the symptoms will occur. The symptoms will increase, and it will become your life tough. It makes your life tough. Then they will come under moderate symptoms. So then if that become more and more, what happens? Even we don't realize that, there is a drastic change within ourselves. Even people started noticing. They will start telling, like, some comments and all that stuff. Students, they say something. Wife say something. Husband say something. Even kids also yelling something. So that is it's a high time one has to realize. If that much, if at that time also that doesn't happen, what happens is then it is gone into like, completely a disorder side or disease side. Severe symptoms that severe symptoms will become severe, and it will make the life extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. Even nowadays in the society, even narcissism, it became so much. Initially, it was like just a self-admiration, or it is something related to ego or something related to little proudish. So that is how, people used to talk. Because during those times, 10, 15 years ago, so the narcissism was only in that level. But now you see, now people have become very tough on other people. So now it became a disorder. NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. This is also severe mental health problem nowadays. And there is no medicine for this. The only medicine is other person have to be very carefully. They should be strong enough to handle with this kind of people. Unfortunately, if that person becomes a life partner, think about it. If it a boss, okay, you can leave that job. You can look for some other job. If a wife or a husband, where do you go? So this kind of problems are, it's becoming more and more. And that also has a spiritual perspective now. Narcissism, it is a psychological disorder. And spirituality defined now, it is a psychological disorder. It is nothing related to physical matter. At least stress, strain, and all these things, is related to, physical matter. But this one is, psychic. So common health problems, common mental health problems. See, depression, generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder. See, so attention deficit. After half an hour, people, you can see, so many people will be there. Even if you see in the movie theaters also, they cannot see a movie, some people, not everybody. They have to go out and again come back. So every time, the movie is going on, they keep moving back and forth. They go out and come back. They can't sit down. So they can't pay attention. Okay, if there are little kids, that we can understand. Because it's all still in the developing stage. But, it is a developed stage also, this kind of problems keep occurring. Personality disorders. The narcissism is a personality disorder. So people born with that. Schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, eating disorders, phobias and addictions. Fears is okay. Fear is different, phobia is different. Okay. Fear is different. If you work on fear, it will go off. Phobia is something that comes from the past life. And it is they're born with it. Phobia also can be worked out now spiritually. So spiritual reasons and solutions. Let us see what they say. Severe psychiatric illness. So let us say there is a patient got with some psychological illness. So if that patient has all these symptoms, like severely depressed, that means when they are severely depressed, what happens? So extreme mood swings will be there. High and low, high and low, high and low. Suddenly they will rise on people, and suddenly they will be quiet. Something like that. And sudden depression, depression also, different kinds of depressions will be there. acute depressions or chronic depression, internal, no one can notice. Even they themselves don't know what they're doing. They simply, everybody is sleeping. Never know what happens. They themselves cannot realize. They can take a knife and they go and stab someone. Internal depression. So next, withdrawal from friends and activities, sudden disconnection. So we will think like, yesterday we met, we both met and we talked for a very long time. And, we went this here and there, here and there. That's it. Next day, they don't talk to you. Not much. Or they behave, you are non-existent. Or in front of you only, they will bind to somebody else. As if they act that as if they don't know you, and they're moving with another friend. It's a severe symptom. That comes under it is not a mild one. If it is a mild one, they will remember everything. They will have a memories, recollections and all. The memories, recollections and everything, they never erase that easily. They are looking, they are acting like you're non-existent, even you're right there. Means, they're not able to connect to you. They're not able to connect to you. That means the memory loss is very quick. Next, detachment from reality. That means delusions. As if somebody is coming and saying something. Some people, they keep talking within themselves. Keep talking within themselves. If anybody keep talking within themselves, don't think that they are a psychiatric problem. But that is commonly happens sometimes when you are talking, when you lost in your thoughts. So now most of the times what happens is you will start talking outside, or that is, in a way it is good. So that, you don't put so much of energy, mental energy. In a way it is good. Because it's just, going off. So that thought will not be established in your mind box. So normally that happens. But these guys are delusions. Like, they imagine something that never happened. Hallucinations. It's also kind of similar things. So paranoid. Even for small things also, they react so much. They become paranoid. Next, excessive anger. Excessive anger. Like, so anger is okay. Like, if somebody is angry, how much anger should be there, that much is okay. But then this is excessive. Hostility and violence. Violence. When they want to talk, unnecessarily people, they close the doors. They close the doors and they sit inside. Closing the doors and sitting inside, trying to be lonely, within ourselves, that is normal way behavior only. The normal way, the normal senses only, these are all actually what happens is, whatever the normal senses we have, we will have for some time and go off, in a nicer way. Okay, we'll be angry, but it will go off. But in the psychiatric people, what happens is, it stays for long hours, maybe more than 24 hours, or maybe weeks, or maybe months, or forever. The same, if it is whatever the normal senses, just normal person have. The same senses they also will have, but in a chronic way. They never come back to the normal, I mean, to the original mindset. That is where the normal person and abnormal person differs. Next, suicidal thinking. Suicidal thinking means, the energies are so low. They can't handle even a small thing, sometimes even small sound also. So always a high dose of medications. These people will be always in high dose of medications and drowsy and confined to a room. So when they have in severe illness like this, so automatically, doctors, they'll put them on the high dose medications. And, most of the time, all medications are what? Drowsy. They are keep sleeping. Next, energy supports. So you guys must have done this, right? 10 energy supports. You must have finished that, isn't it? The lesson. So here, that is what, they are saying the same thing. So in such a patient gods, whether they have severe symptoms or mild to severe symptoms, these 10 energy supports have to be, they have to follow these 10 energy supports. They have to take support of these 10 energy things. One is like, music. It should be in a music. Music in this is not rock music or pop music or those things, but the music that gives a soothing to the brain and keeps them stable. Next, green plants. So green plants, so what happens? The green is, see the green color. So if you go to any hospital, you will see the curtains and all, they'll be in the green. The reason is, green gives energy to their brain or any part, if they are sick. For the sick people, the green is required. So when they are able to move in the, the greenery, it's much better. Much better, because they can gain the energies, positive energies, because they're very low energy. They have low energies. They have low energies. So they have to access energies either by medicine, by meditations, and also keep the garden, going around in the gardens, parks, if they are in the position to walk around, and if they, when they have with the help of other people. Or if they are not able to move around, then what the family members should do is they have to maintain their room such a way that everything should be in the green color, green curtains or green tablecloths, or the indoor plants, keeping the indoor plants, the plants which gives the positive energy. So such kind of arrangements have to be done in their rooms. Next, pyramid. So those patients can be kept under pyramid. The pyramids are different, sizes are available. Even the patient can sleep inside the pyramid. One person can sleep in the pyramid. Such a huge pyramids also there. The entire room, you can make the entire room. Or if there is a possibility, if they are sleeping on the bed, on the cot, the pyramid can be fixed, so that all the time they will be under the pyramid. So pyramid, that. So it gives more energy than sitting in normal way or than other places. So next, high vibe colors. So high vibe colors, that means like, blue or yellow or like anything bright or violet. They should be bright colors. So they should be able to, pink, green. So they should be bright colors. The clothes they're wearing or anything like, if you're arranging the room, by different beautifications. So if you use that vibrant colors, they feel like, their chakras will get activated too. Next, wisdom quotes and audios. They should listen all the time. The wisdom quotes, for example, Bhagavad Gita or spiritual books. When somebody is reading, they can listen audios. Or when they are in the position to read, it's well and good. They themselves can read the spiritual books. Spiritual books also, the books that related to soul. Not that any spiritual book, especially when they are in this problem. You can read any book. Anything will give you a knowledge. But the people who are suffering from health problems, they should read the spiritual books, especially the book related to soul, so that their soul, the soul energies, they can gain soul energies by reading those books. If they are not in the position to read, somebody can read for them. If the audios are available, they can listen. But when they are in the position to read, it's always better to do that. So these are all alternatives. Other things are alternatives, like listening the audios and all that stuff. Next, remove old objects. So when patient guards are around, so the people have to help them such a way that the old objects should not be there. As much as possible, the room should be spacious. I mean, not only for the patients, even for other people also. It should not be crowded so much. So the old objects should be thrown away. When you are not using the objects for more than 6 months, that means you don't require. That's what it is. If you're really required, you don't leave them unattended. So you're not using those objects, but still it is in the good condition, you can give it to someone. So, but if you keep them, what happens is you keep them, but you don't attend to them, then there will be a dust, and also slowly, what happens is the negative energies will catch up with those objects. So why the negative energies have to come in our home? We may think they come. The entire universe has negative energies. Just because we are meditators doesn't mean that we don't expose to negative energies. Everybody will expose to negative energies, even big gurus also. Because in the universe there are number of energies, and negative energies are higher than the positive energies. Because we also contribute to develop negative energies most of the time. So that is why we need to remove the old objects, especially the shoes. We all have this problem. Kids, they keep buying the shoes on every dress. My daughter also does the same. She doesn't want to throw anything because they are good in condition. But she doesn't know when she wears that dress again, and then goes to the same shoe. But buying and leaving on the stand, or some are on the floor. So it's always happen. Shoes. We have to wash the shoes. We have to remember, and we have to wash those shoes, frequently. But we don't do that. They're just lying like that. Those things also have to go out. Similarly, the small wooden pieces, this, that, and utensils. If we don't use it for 3 months or 6 months, anything 6 months, I don't say, throw it for 3 months, 6 months. More than 6 months, it's better to put them out. Next, group meditation is required. You know that group meditation, because it maintains high energy field. So wherever the group meditations are going on, it's better to attend the group meditations. Or if nobody is available, in the whole family can sit down. For the patient God, the family members also should help her or him such a way that, they should, they always, sit with her or with him together and do the meditation. It should come from the family members first. So next, vegetarian zone, vegetarian food. As you know that, vegetarian food only they have to eat only vegetarian food, because from the vegetables they get a cosmic energy. Because every vegetable will have a cosmic energy, because it takes the sunshine and prepares its food, isn't it? So that is why the vegetables, if you eat vegetables, you get cosmic energy out of them. Rice, cosmic energy. Of course, the wheat and all, everything. Yeah. Next, positive speech. Always have to speak positively. People should, and the patients should not speak like, they are the victims of fate. Our fate is like that, lot of philosophies people talk. So such a kind of thinking, such a kind of talking, completely cut down. Always a positive speech. Even they are suffering a lot, they should be strong enough mentally, and they always have to be with the optimal belief that they're coming out of the disease. It is not that just simply they're telling themselves, and they have to feel it. They have to feel it. So this is just temporary. So temporarily I'm suffering. So doctor said, I'll be recovered in a month time, so that I'll be fine. They always, they have to tell themselves that way. They have to believe in it. If you don't believe, just telling is like, you don't really focus on the God, but, people will keep chanting some mantras without focusing on the God. Exactly that's what happens. Whatever you think, you listen the same thing with your ear. Whatever you listen with your ear, speak the same thing outside. Like, all your panchendriyas, the five panchendriyas, jnanendriyas should be involved in the positive speech. Thinking, listening, seeing, speaking, everything positive. So those things are very, very important. That also gives energy to their own soul. So they're doing all these things for their own soul only. They're not doing for anybody. Next, positive atmosphere. Like, positive number one, as I had told you, the positive atmosphere, number one, the green plants, indoor plants. Put the indoor plants, nice plants and green curtains and all in the patient room, or even in the entire room, entire home also. There's nothing wrong. Because if the patient is able to move from one room to other room, so they should be able to have the same atmosphere. So green plants, green color and all this thing, and vibrant colors. These are all, you are creating the positive atmosphere for the good health. And similarly, audios, all the time, some music going on, like, some meditation music or some nice energy music, meditation music, or some nature music. So this should be going on all the time. And also, like, pyramid, as I said, pyramid. And in other places, in the home, in other rooms also, one pyramid can be, small pyramids can kept on tables or anywhere. And write in a nice quotes and put it on the walls like that. And, whenever they move from one room to other room, they can keep reading it. Like, they can keep reading it and they feel it. So that is also important. And yeah, crystals. People, if people are into the crystals, the crystals can be maintained in the home nicely. So these things, these are all, that is how we have to, if they know arts, like, drawing and all, they keep doing it, even when they are in the leisure time. So it's not that every disease leads to the bedridden condition, right? But they might be having some diseases, but slowly they can do some things, colorings. So all these things, it's all energy supports. It's all create positive atmosphere to them. Even the patient, he himself able to do these things. So now, it's not that, all the time family members do it. They may not be able to do these things for the patient. If the patient is in the position to do, position to move around, they can do by themselves. Solution. Yeah. So family members, what they need to do is supported, non-supported tablet. Okay. So what is this? This is the solution is like what it means was, suppose if the patient is not able to move, it's a completely bedridden. So she can't do anything, she cannot do anything for these energy supports. Then for her family members should be able to do. They have to do. It's not they should be able to. They should. If they are interested for her to get recovered. So family members, what they need to do? They have to go through some spiritual tablets. And they have to follow it and they have to maintain till she gets recovered. So one is a supported and non-supported tablet. Intense meditation should be there, more hours, or thrice in the home, the 3 times in a day, or 2 times in a day, little longer hours. Something like that, they have to do intense meditation. Next, starting with the 1 to 6 tablets, later prescribing other 6 tablets. You know that 12 tablets. The first 6 tablets are energy tablets. And the next 6 tablets are wisdom tablets. Isn't it? So they have to do, along with the patient, family members also have to do these 12 tablets. They have to go through and they have to, they must be into this. So first they have to work on tremendously on energy tablets. That is first 1 to 6, including the maunam and all that stuff, silence. And then after, once the patient has come to certain level, then they have to go through this wisdom tablets also, and finally everything together. And that is how the counselors will prescribe, the doctor, the spiritual doctor and the counselors prescribe these 12 tablets this way to the patient and the family members as well. Next, special wisdom tablets depends on their experiences. How the experiences, like, when they are getting recovered, then what happens is, number 1, of course, the physical experiences will be there, and also mental experience, like, they will get, since they do meditation, what happens is they get meditation experiences based on their conditions, dreams. They will be able to, tell their experiences, like meditation experiences, dreams, and also coincidences, not only the patient and also the members, family members. So the counselors and spiritual doctor, they work with everybody. It's a tedious job. And they will write down the case sheets, and time to time, they work. They will make, they also work, and they also make these people work on those things. Next, once the family members realize their purpose of life becomes spiritual, then whole of the house becomes energetic. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning is, see, for example, in the family, like, family of 5 people are there. One person became so sick. It is not just, it is related to that person. It's related to the entire family. To change the entire family, only that particular soul is suffering. It is a soul plan. It is a soul plan. So here, not only the patient, even other family members also should realize the purpose of life. Till they realize the purpose of life, this particular soul keeps suffering like this, and they may die also. I mean, the soul plan is like that. So that is how, like, here I have to tell you a small thing. So once one person's karma will affect other person also. So the best example is in Gita, what happens is, so you know that Arjuna and Kurukshetram and all that stuff. So Radha once asked Krishna. What he asked was, so you did not help Abhimanyu when he was when he was inside the Padmavyuham, and finally he got killed. So then Krishna says, because Abhimanyu, he heard about entering into Padmavyuham when he was in mother's womb. He did not hear the rest of the strategy. Only he heard only half of the strategy, how to enter into Padmavyuham. But he did not hear the rest of the strategy. So that is why he died. He got killed. He says. Then again she asks, but you are there right in the spot, Kurukshetram. Then why you did not save him? She says. Then Krishna said, what Krishna says was, but because it is according to his soul plan, he should live only 16 years. That's how he got the soul plan for himself. So what can I do? He says. So, but you are God. You can change it. You can do something to that family. You can do something to him. He's so small. He's a kid, she says. So then he said, see, because he died, Arjuna could detach it from all the bonds, and he could fight wholeheartedly in Kurukshetra. As long as, otherwise, he was keep fighting with a half-hearted. How much Gita I said, but still he was half-heartedly, he was fighting. His inside his soul, inside his soul, his emotional soul was not 100% giving its effort for the Kurukshetra. The moment the Abhimanyu died, he got detached from all the bonds. Then he wholeheartedly, he could do this, he could fight in the Kurukshetram. So, one person's karma will affect other person. So that is how, the karmic structure will work. So that is how he says to Radha. So that you can understand, that you can apply here. So why, see, the sufferer is only one person. Why other people have to realize the purpose of life? So because that is how the soul plan was. So this person's karma will affect other person's karma too. Or their karma was affecting this person's karma, and he was undergoing such a huge suffering. Either from here to this side to that side, anything can happen. So that is why everybody have to realize the purpose of life and become spiritual. Then what happens is, along with this person, along with this patient, the other people also get energetic, will become energetic. In the entire house will become energetic. Once these people become energetic, house also become energetic. So that is how we have to understand this. Next, karmic effect, highly evolved masters, a past life sadhana. Okay. So here the solution is like, once you are become energetic, you will understand the karmic effect. These are all, as I said, Krishna, Radha Krishna, what they are talking about, Abhimanyu and Arjun. The karmic effect. It's all karmic effect. So one person is suffering mentally means it is not just only for that person. It is for the entire family. So entire family should become spiritual. Then this person will start recovering. So this is all like, it's a highly higher way of, understanding these things, but not many people understand this. Yeah. So next, day and night, sleep and wakefulness, these are the tablets, right? Then these exercises should be done. Nighttime spiritual exercise for the patient god, like, those tablets, what is that? So in the nighttime, how they spend their time. They will sleep for some time, but when they wake up, again, they do some spiritual thing, either reading the book or meditation or something. Then again, they sleep, again do it. Like that, the sleep and wakefulness, when they are on these tablets, one has to go through this. Next, then what happens is this, the people who are suffering from insomnia or night terrors and night, nightmares, and they all will be gone. Next, schizophrenia and hallucination. So what is this? When people are suffering from this problem, they have to engage full day programs like, 3-tablet concept of Lakshmi, Parvati, Saraswati. You know that you have done this tablet too. Lakshmi, Parvati, Saraswati. Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati. So spiritual services, they have to do spiritual services, and they have to do meditations tremendously, and they have to, along with the meditation, they have to do this, reading the spiritual books, taking the spiritual energy, all 12 tablets. And also they have to indulge themselves into learning. New learnings like arts, languages, the entire, all L1 course. They have to do every tablet. They have to follow every spiritual tablet. They have to implement in the life, including the direct knowledge and indirect knowledge. And they have to develop spiritual children and all. Every tablet, they have to go through every tablet. They have to do L1 course. And L1 course, and they have to implement in their life, then they have to take wisdom. Then automatically, then what happens is the schizophrenia and the hallucinations will start reducing. Next, mild and moderate psychiatry. So that is what all those things what we talked about just now is all for severe psychiatric illness. Now this is a mild and moderate. So this is what happens. This is like, mood swings, and this is not much, but let us see what they say. Excessive fears and worries. So, fears, worries, shame, or feeling nervousness. These things will be there. It is not like, psychiatric, these ones, not like these, the severe ones, but these ones like, fears, worries, and repeatedly thinking on the same thing again and again, not able to come out of that particular thinking for many hours, and extreme feelings, guilt, illogically speaking. Logic something will be there, but the illogical thinking, those things are like, mild to moderate psychiatric illnesses. But if they don't take care at this stage, then they go to the next stage, that is advanced stage. Next, sleeping patterns will change, and appetite changes. They're not able to eat properly, and not enough they eat. The appetite will reduce. Next, dramatic sleep and appetite changes, like, because, it is a decline in the personal care also. Like, once you're not able to eat properly and sleep properly, automatically, you feel like a lethargic. we do later, something like that. Then you can't take care of your personal things. You don't wash your clothes and you don't get ready properly and you don't iron your clothes. You don't do anything, right? The personal care will be declined. So when that is happening, people should realize themselves there is some difference within themselves. Not necessarily one other person will come and tell you. So next, mood changes. So dramatic shifts. Some people, they shifts like anything. Sudden shifts, tantrums, rapid shifts, suddenly depression, suddenly emotion, these things. Next, withdrawal. As I said, disconnection or dismissal talks. So you are, they ask something. I have seen many people. I experienced many people. They ask the question, but they will not have patience to listen my answer. It's not that I keep talking for the. It's not that I'm giving a long answers. I'm not teaching them. So I'm repeating certain things because I'm teaching you. But they will not have enough patience to listen because they all the time they're busy in listening themselves. What is going on in their brain? Then immediately they shift. They will suppose the 3 people are there or 4 friends are there. Friends, if non-friends, whoever it is. So they will ask you something or they talk to you something. By the time you respond, they immediately shift to the next person. And they keep talking on and on, on and on, on and on. Then again, they don't come back to you. So initially, I was not understanding, when I was much younger or now what younger, even in the few years back also, I was not understanding these things. So because I thought everybody is normal, but now they are in good positions. They're doing good jobs, good salaries, but still they're not mentally not good. But that doesn't affect the daily life. They will have the families, kids, and everything they're going on. But as long as the people are bearing their nuisance in the home, nothing will change, isn't it? And especially, we trained ourselves, like, we don't leave anybody, isn't it? So that is how, like, the things, they don't even, that is also another thing that, they do not realize that there is a problem within them. Because as long as other family members are tolerating how much tough they're giving to them, they keep tolerating the tolerance. So then automatically what happens is they never realize that they have a problem. That is also another thing. So then, dramatic shifts. Next, withdrawal, like, disconnected. They talk or dismissal talks. They dismiss. Either they dismiss you or they dismiss themselves and go. And also disconnection. Today they say hello and tomorrow they don't know who you are. Next, drop in functioning. That, like, sudden drop in the functioning. Like, they're not able to do much. Like, see, the principal will tell, since last 1 month, your kid is not doing anything. There's a drastic change in him. Something like that. In the school, work also. The work will be in the pending. Similarly, social things also. They're not able to do it. Social activities also. They're very good in social activities. Suddenly they change. They're not able to pursue the things as good as before. So sports, similarly sports people have this problem also. Like, either physically or mentally or spiritually, any change occurs, that will show up in their functioning. Similarly, tasks. If there is any big tasks are there, they will not be able to finish within the deadlines. So problem thinking. So we know that, problems in thinking means they're not able to focus, they cannot concentrate, they will forget the things, and also their logical thoughts They illogically, they think in their meetings and all, they illogically speak. The speech also, becomes so hard, and it's very difficult to explain them. It's very difficult to convince them, and at the same time, they will have some attitude. If they are in the boss position, he never listens to you. Never and ever. Team people, managers, all these things. Apathy, loss of initiative. See, they will not come up front and to do the things. And, they will not have a desire to participate because they can disconnect, right? When they disconnect, they will not have a desire to participate in any activity. Next, feeling disconnect. Yeah, the same thing. So, vague feeling, they will be there, but they do not connect to you. They will be one among 4 or 5 people. Their connection with you is so feeble connection. I mean, we feel bad. But in front of you, they will connect and bind it to some other person, which is no reason, because their mind illness. With no reason, because, the mind, it is all energies, right? So it is all energy field. We never know that energy, that particular energy, where it takes and connects. Disconnect here, connect there, or again disconnect there, connect somewhere else. All these connections will go bad. If you see the books in textbooks, you can see the brain networking, how it would be. In the medical books and all. See the pictures of it. I don't have here. But, see those pictures, how the brain network will be. So all those networks, they will become abnormal. So then, he disconnect here, connect there, disconnect. Happens. So feeling disconnected, unreality, sense of unreality. They don't think reality. They're away from the reality. On top of it, attitude. So they don't listen to you at all. Yeah. So after some time, what happens is slowly, when these symptoms are happening, they'll go to the severe, they'll get into severe symptoms, and then finally they disconnect from themselves only. They lost, they gone. So that is what happens. So the solution for mild and moderate symptoms, again, the same thing, 12 tablets. Next, also Arishad Varga, because they are connecting to the low energies. So during that mild and moderate symptoms, they will have a chance to control their Arishad Varga and, get recovered. So, and also they have to, 4 types of fears. They have to work on 4 types of fears. You know that, what are the 4 types of fears? Body fear, mind fear, intellectual fear, and soul fear. Isn't it? So they should work on those fears and relax fear. That means engage in full day program, and also do this Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, like meditation, spiritual services, and also languages, Ananda Brahma, everything, they solve. So obsessive compulsive disorders also will be there, people. Obsessive compulsive disorders, OCD. So that means so they have to do spiritual aspects, they have to do sadhanas and spiritual aspects, depending on the body part wisdom and experiences, they get, you see, anything, the meditation is main. When the meditations, you get some experience based on that, treatments will be given. So next, who am I? Yeah, we already did this. Yeah. So when you see, basically the realization is, we should know the purpose of life. That means you have to know the purpose of life, you have to question yourself, who am I? So once who am I, once that question comes, automatically you will go towards your soul. You will travel inner side of you. That is what it's needed for these mental health conditions. If anybody is suffering from mental health conditions, means immediately they have to work for the purpose of life. That means, who am I? The question. Because that is lacking, you are undergoing all this nuisance, nonsense. So that is what it is. It is not just for that particular person. The entire family should know. Entire family should become spiritual. It's not just that person. If only one person does, what happens is, it will, there will be effect. It may not be 100%. If the whole family does it, there will be 100%. That's how we should think about it. So here, see this, what we are, this is what we think. See, that means, so this is what we are. We are just soul. Say energy. See the energy? We are energy forms. Say we are soul. But we are thinking this body is the permanent thing. This is what we are. Ramesh, Rajesh, Padma, Lakshmi. But this is what we are. That is how. So unless you study your soul, in a way we also can say soul scanning. Unless you understand who you are, that means you are a soul, and scan your soul and scan yourself. We have 7 bodies. You have to scan every body, and every body where the sickness is there. You have to work on it and get rid of that sickness. You bring the health back for every soul, for every body. Then this physical body will get recovered. See, physical body is nothing. It is just like, because our souls are becoming sick, it is coming on the body. That's all. So if you give enough food, if you treat your soul properly, if you give the food to your souls, then they'll become healthy. Then nothing will be there on this physical body. Physical body is excellent. So that is how we should think that way. Okay. So, and this is what about it, and let us see. Next one is, okay, so there is a doc. If I miss any point, I will tell, but I think I did not miss anything, but let us see. I don't want because your exams are coming up. Okay, so you're able to see it, right? This is a actual doc file, but I know. Okay, this is a psychiatric. Okay, if there is I will stop it and tell you if there is anything missed. 2 types of, okay, I showed severe, mild.
Ma'am, are you sharing this document
It will
with
be
us?
there. No, it will be there in the
Drive?
Yeah, it will be there in the drive.
It's
Okay.
definitely there in the drive. I checked.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's there.
Thank you.
It's there, Gautami ma'am. I was reading,
Yeah.
it's given.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's very, I mean, what ma'am covered, it's very much there.
Yeah,
And I didn't go through it, point by point, but it seems to be all there.
right. Yeah, okay. So here they talked about chakras, but it's not there in the PPT. So I will tell you. So who am I needs address at different levels. See, as I said that, so actually generally the who am I to be addressed at every soul level. Just now I said that, right? We have 7 bodies and you have to scan your soul at every level, at all 7 bodies. So, and also the most important, I mean, everything important. And our body is, as in the previous classes, as I said, the chakras. So the cytoskeleton, how the cytoskeleton is important to keep your body like, erect. The same way, in the etheric body, we have 112 chakras. That is important because they are connected to all your souls, including the physical body. It is like it serves just like a cytoskeleton for your body, physical body, right? So in that out of 112 chakras, the major chakras are 7. So the remaining chakras, if those main chakras are cleansed, properly aligned, cleansed, activated, properly aligned, so these main chakras will help other chakras to be in a proper alignment and activation. So that is how the entire chakra system will work. Okay. So as you know that, we have main chakras are the root chakra or basic chakra it's located at the base of the spine, isn't it? So here, the root chakra is very important for your survival instincts, isn't it? Survival techniques are, so survival, that is most important. See how the plant, you can just recollect the plant. So for the plant to survive the plant, what is more important thing? The root system is important. The root system is inside the soil. It's embedded inside the soil. What it does, it takes all the nutrition from the soil. You can see the roots. The roots are, in the different lengths. It's a small, but the main root will be there. Mother root will be there. From mother root, the other roots will come out. And they keep, so one root is long, one root is short, one root is this side, one root is that side. And the mother root also will be there, isn't it? So why that structure is like that? So wherever the nutrition is there, that root will extend like that. So exactly the same way, we have to activate our root chakra also. So the person who is under the severe mental health problems, they have to work on their chakras also. We see the lack of hardworking nature also, what happens is they lose their survival instincts. When they lose their survival instincts, what happens is they will not get enough energies, enough nutrition from all Panchabhutas. That affects their mind too. Did you get my point? So it's a basic needs. These are all. You have to work on your chakras is basic need for you to the overall wellness, holistic wellness. So next is Swadhisthana chakra. As all of you know that is also called sacral chakra. It is above the 1.5 inch above the basic chakra. So the Swadhisthana chakra, if it is women, it is there inside it is there at the place of uterus. In the same place, even for males also, the only thing is they will not have uterus. So this sacral chakra is mainly for emotions and also for to enjoy pleasures. Not only sexual pleasures for anything. Like, the emotional. See, emotion is, when you're getting a happy emotion. Happiness is an emotion. Because it's a pleasure. You're going to somewhere, long trip. It's a pleasure. To enjoy the pleasures. And at the same time, it also like, connects to the low quality energies. If this chakra is abnormal, like, it is unbalanced, if you don't feel any happy emotion, if you don't maintain your emotions in a happy way or in a stable way, what happens is you become unstable. That also will experience through this Swadhisthana chakra or sacral chakra only. So that means it always reacts to the external and internal factors. Which chakra? This is Swadhisthana chakra. The root chakra is survival chakras. And if you think in a spiritual way, the karmas, the old karmas also store at your Mooladhara chakra or your basic chakra. So that you may not be able to do, you cannot work on the Mooladhara chakra except, for the survival, but karmas and all that stuff. But they express through this Swadhisthana chakra. For example, if the karma is, the old karma, the past life karma is coming in your life, is come and stand in front of your life, that you will experience through your sacral chakra in the form of emotion. So that way, the basic chakra works along with the sacral chakra. So that is why, so in one of the energy supports is be positive and also speak positively, think positively, especially when they are ill. They have to be mentally strong enough. When the doctor is saying you will recover in 1 month, you will recover 1 month. So no on second thought. So that is how you need to work with your own sacral chakra. Then automatically, whatever the karma you are undergoing, you will undergo. But the thing is, you will detach from that karma. That also, to detach from the karma also, this sacral chakra will help. So next thing is, okay, so they're okay. So here they are saying one more point, the Swadhisthana, for the Swadhisthana chakra, like, it has, see, no. I means like, we have two levels, right? I means like, the externally I and also internally my soul, isn't it? So what they're saying is, a person is seeing a mango and feeling tempted to eat. So seeing a mango, feeling tempted to eat, that is external pleasure, right? So that is a female factor, Prakriti. See, when you see the Prakriti, it is so beautiful. You feel like to experience that. You will get tempted. If you see a beautiful flower, you tempted to cut that and put it in the hair. It is like external pleasure. Prakriti. It is a female. So, female factor, female energy. So, when you eat it and felt happiness, it is like an internal. It's like a Purusha factor. So, one should enjoy simple pleasures. Like, always, there is nothing wrong. We should be able to. If you want to cook something which you want to eat that day, do it. Because those external and internal pleasures, you have to satisfy. You have to satisfy the external and internal pleasures. That way, you can keep your Swadhisthana chakra in balance. If you want to eat some eggplant parmesan, go and order the eggplant parmesan from Olive Garden and eat. That's it. It is done. So that is how we need to, we have to maintain that chakra. Next, Manipuraka chakra. So Manipuraka chakra, you know that it is below the navel, isn't it? So what it does? So this concept again helps the Manipuraka chakra also, like, social relations, colleagues, community, and also these things, you have to work on that. So if there is unbalance in the Manipuraka chakra, when you work on all of those things, then automatically the Manipura chakra will come back to the position. Stress can be generated in the families, as all of us know about it, and also with the colleagues and neighbors, but we should work on the social relations, and automatically the Manipuraka chakra will be under maintenance. Next, Anahata chakra, which is also called heart chakra, because it is related to heart. and also it deals with like, heart in the sense, it deals with love, compassion, kindness, oneness, spiritually oneness. Like, always I say the example, Sri Krishna, right? So then, and also like, how we have to be like, we have to be kind enough not only towards human beings. So bhuta daya, like, whichever is has with the life, we have to be kind enough. Just even Buddha also said that. Be kind for every life. Even it's an animal, be kind. Even it's a plant, be kind. Like that. Not only towards the human beings. We have to maintain this anahata chakra. Next, spiritually, how you maintain the anahata chakra? If whatever you wanted in life, first you give to other people. Like, Jesus said that. Give first before you want, before you access. So this is, spiritual, this helps to grow spiritually. So anahata chakra needs that also. Not only just, kindness and loving everybody and compassion, not only that, but along with that, it needs spiritual growth also. So the spiritual growth happens when you follow this. Next, automatically okay. So when you keep doing these things, oneness and, give first and before you access and everything, you will doing it, then slowly what happens is that will become your attitude. Once you get habituated and once that became an attitude to you, you always will be in the positive thinking and positive energy gainer. Then automatically what happens is, once you are kind enough, you will start being gratitude, showing gratitude to everything, because your heart becomes so soft. Then for everything, you will start, you feel gratitude, because you will know why you are here. You, by the time you already will understand who you are. That is the main thing. Once you know who you are, and once you know you do not belong to this earth, once you know the purpose of your life, once you know why you came, then automatically what happens is you will be your thinking will change. That is what called inner transformation. You don't want to waste your time for other things as you did before. You will be on top of this purpose of life only, because you will be in a hurry to finish that, because you don't want to lose this opportunity. But it's slowly, it is immediately you will not get this transformation, but you work tremendously based on the where you are. If you are close to that purpose of life, you do not need to work that much. If your soul is at that level, if it is the median level, you have to work little more. If you are lower level, you have work harder to go to that level. So that depends on, like, so everybody will come to that level. So it is not just one person is in the front, other person is behind. That's okay. So that is automatically it comes that gratitude, then you will become a part of the nature also. Just like Shirdi Sai Baba, he will get connected to every soul. Even not only human being or a dog or a cat or even that lizard on the wall. So that is how, like, because of the oneness, because of he's above anahata chakra level. So that is why, that was his spiritual practice on the earth. Anybody, even the God also, to learn something, they have to come to the earth only. Anybody, whether it is a yaksha or kinnera or paramatma or atma or divyatma or any atma, for learning, they have to come to the earth. They have to go through all this stuff. We think, this is stupid stuff, but we have to go through this stupid stuff, overcome all these things and learn, get the wisdom and go up. So that is how we need to work on it. So next level is Vishuddhi Chakra. What is Vishuddhi Chakra? You know that, it's a throat chakra. It is a connection between your Atma with the Paramatma. This is spiritually, the Vishuddhi Chakra helps to establish this connection with the higher self, isn't it? So to this chakra, to establish that, what you have to bring all these three and balanced. That means body, mind, and soul. Once the body, mind, and soul are balanced, they're aligned, then automatically this Vishuddhi Chakra will help you to establish the connection with the higher self. So then easily you will know purpose of life. So Vishuddhi, what is the meaning of Vishuddhi? And that is one thing spiritually. And also another thing is, Vishuddhi means filter. See, Shiva, he drank the poison. That poison was stuck here, stopped here. Because this Vishuddhi Chakra is a filter. It stopped there. He did not swallow that poison inside. If that was swallowed, what happens? All his he will be consumed, isn't it? So the filter, it is a filter, Vishuddhi Chakra. Suppose our energies are drained out. Our life energies, our spiritual energies are draining out. You will see the difference at the Vishuddhi Chakra. Or if any foreign energies are bound to you, to your energies, which are working against to your soul, you will know by this the difference in the Vishuddhi Chakra. Because that is where the filtration will be, spiritual level. So automatically there will be a difference. You cannot, if you are a singer, you can't sing. There is a difference will come. Again, they will work on the Vishuddhi Chakra, definitely. Every singer, they know it, this thing. So that is how the thing. And what next? Next, Agna Chakra, you know that, between the eyebrows. So when the Agna Chakra is, that is third eye is activated, you will know everything. Present, past, future. Isn't it? So past, okay. If you are seeing in the, most of the time, if you are seeing snakes and graveyard, this kind of things in the dreams, or, you're getting into some kind of, such kind of thoughts or something like that, it is indicating that one has to work on attitudes and habits that might have come from the past life samskara. Okay? You are not able to detach yourself from certain things and from certain people. Why that is so strong? You are able to do this with everything, but not with specific things. That means that is a samskara, that karma. It is coming from your past life. So during that time, what happens is you will see graveyard or any funeral home, some kind of coincidences, or in the dreams also, you will see graveyards, or else you will see the snakes. So that means you are not able to detach from it's not the question of you, but you are, so what we need to send you, that karma is from your past karma. You are right now, you are undergoing the past life karma. Correctly I told now. So such kind of dreams, such kind of incidents, coincidence, what they're saying is, right now you're undergoing your past life karma. It indicates. But this will not be there, throughout your life. Okay. During that time, you are undergoing that. So people will immediately realize that and try to do something about it. Next, present. Present means like, any unwanted daily, like, how you have to maintain the present. The present time, like, by daily planning or monthly planning or weekly planning, you have to do this. You have to do this. You already learned this in one of your classes, isn't it? So you have to make sure that, if you are weekly planning, you should have all Kutumba Dharma and spiritual service Dharma, meditation, everything. You have to make your daily life such a way that all these things are included. If it is monthly planning, included. Or else like daily you are not going out and you are at the home. So then it's very easy. It's a daily planning is much easy for such people. So like that, they can do it. Next, seeing vegetables, newspaper, grocery bills, all these things, if you're seeing in the dreams and, the grocery bills are here and there, you're so much in one place, something like this. So that means you have to work with your soul by planning a daily, weekly or monthly or yearly, something like that. And if people are above, ashrama dharma. Ashrama dharma also included in this. Irrespective of like, in olden days, ashrama dharma means, people in above after 65 years. But nowadays, based on our burdens and our way of life and thinking and our troubles and all that stuff, the ashrama dharma is started in 40s itself. Believe me. So once upon a time, in Raja's time, they are going after 70s or 80s. It is called Vanaprasthasana. Now, at this current time, one has to pick up Vanaprasthasana at the age of 40 only. So that is how the things have changed. So next, future. So future, like, you have to project your future plans properly. Like, based on your daily, monthly, weekly, once that planning was, you are able to do it properly and you know how to keep moving these plans back and forth, then you can project on your future plans for 5 years, 10 years, 25 years, something like that. And for that, like, if you need to work for your future plans, then you will get dreams like, houses, something like that. And also like, you can read some books, visualizations about the future. So make a wish list, writing a wish list and pick up everything, whatever you written, and try to visualize nicely every time, every day for some time. And these things have to be done. And there is a creative visualization book is there. It's written by Shakti Gawain. So that can be read. Next, two extremes. Like, what is that two extremes? The two extremes are like, mainly root chakra and sahasrara. If you work properly on that, so the rest of the things will be in the line. So, survivor, this I told already, and sahasrara, body consciousness. Yeah, it's a second written. So, so identity. So how we identify ourselves throughout our systems, like, so you identify, you will try to be identified for other person or for yourself also. So our identity is our own beliefs, thoughts, memories, feelings, like, these are all like, by our expressions only. For example, I. So I means like, how do you identify me? So whatever I showed to you, this is what I am. How I portrayed myself in front of you, you will identify me that way only, isn't it? If I am a friend to you, you will identify me as a friend and you will have my memories in you. the feelings, thoughts, beliefs, values, and the works that I do. These are all identification. It's all comes under, identity of one person. So this identity, how do you get it? Who is giving you the identity? Is it that somebody is coming to you and telling every time, hey, you do this, you do that. This is how you feel. That is how you feel. Hey, you do this karma, do that karma. Don't do this, don't do that. Or this is how you think. Don't think this way, think that way. And don't memorize this one, keep only my memories. Don't keep others' memories. Nobody tells us. But we with all these things, we move like, we will be like a system. If me means, Gautami means I'm a system. I have all these things. Together I am. Similarly, you. Similarly, anybody. You are a system. You yourself is a system. We work with different kinds of systems. We are working with the PS system. We work with the office. We work in the home. So we are all connected with all these things together as a system. See this much, how this is happening, though nobody tells us to do these things. These are all our choices. The relationships are our choices. Our basic values. It's all reflection of what we believe, what we do, what we value. This is all according to our past, present karmas only. So all these roles, we play so many roles in the lifetime. So we are able to do that without any training, right? We don't have a pre-training, isn't it? If you're going for a job, the manager will train you. But for life, who is training us? So somebody is, you are under the, but you're doing all these things so perfectly. Even it is imperfection also, you are doing perfectly. So people say no one is perfect. Okay, you are imperfect. That imperfection also you are doing perfect. That means you're under the control of something. What is it? You are here, you are only just a listener only. Something is controlling you, you are listening it and you're doing it. And you made a big system for yourself and for others. So this is all, this all comes under who am I concept. When you come to this who am I, and when you question yourself, when you come to a point of a purpose of life, and all these things will come. It's not only just chakras, not only just energy supports and all. This is everything of you. It's nothing but soul scanning. Okay. So that is how we have to move forward. Next, we have multiple identities. Yeah, multiple identities, relationships. So for you are a son to someone, later husband to someone, or if it is a female, wife to someone, kids to someone, all these roles. So responsibly, we are doing every role so responsibly. Multiple roles. So this is all, we are moving forward. The karma, with the karma. We are doing all our karmas so sincerely. Okay. So if that doesn't happen properly, then imbalance, that all these things will be there. That's how to figure out who am I. So once you realize who am I, or once you know the purpose of life, your life will become meaningful and you will be happier. You're the happiest person on the earth. You never, and you don't feel like to cry for anything. Because now by the time you will understand that crying, feeling bad and all these things, it is all drama. Actually, soul doesn't need to feel unhappy. Soul never be unhappy. It's always ultimate happiness only. So your soul, when your soul is becoming spiritual and you're establishing the connection with the higher self, you will not suffer anymore. Because you will understand, by the time you will understand that suffering is not your characteristic. You wasted time all these years. That is how one will change. So we get to know the purpose of life, reflect, and self-discovery. Okay, yeah, it is like a self-discovery. Self-discovery in the sense you will understand you are a soul. It's a self-discovery. So until then you are thinking that this body is permanent, this is the one. But once you understand the concept of purpose of life, you will self-discover yourself. You will self-discover. You know who you are. Next, strengths, flaws, impressions that we give others and everything. It's all, you have to examine yourself. Next. So you need to start with these questions. Ask yourself, who are you right now? What are your strengths? What are your flaws? Do you like? Okay, how does that make you feel? All these things. You will have this doc file. So open this doc file and pick up all these questions and write the answers. Write answers. What comes in your mind. So that way also you will know what you are. So sometimes in the program, spiritual program, they'll give you small exercises. They'll give a question and they will ask you to write answer. And see how you can write and what you write. So that way, you will come to know who you are. See, even in a PSSM say that, write down all your meditational experiences and publish a book. Say it is like, for you only. It's not for them. So you will know what you are. It is another spiritual practice to help you to get to know who you are. Even you don't publish, write down in a book. So next, that will comes under ashrama dharma. Okay. Next, once you have a good grasp on yourself, understand. Okay. All right. Nature of the soul. Okay. The nature of the soul, you know that peace, unconditional love, truth, bliss, ultimate happiness, and purity. So these are all powers. Once you become spiritual, these are all powers. Peace is a power. Unconditional love is a power. Truth is a power. If you practice oneness, the unconditional love power will come. So that means all the time you will be in connection with the higher self. Unconditionally. And everything you will see same. You will see yourself in everything and everything is in you. And purity. Next, when we become impure in the sense like, what is that pure and what is impure? Okay, intentions. What is that purity of soul impure? See, you don't go inside and, you make your soul dirty, right? And you put something and you will apply something and you don't make it your soul's dirty. So then what is the meaning of purity? Soul always pure because nobody will touch. Nobody can touch the soul. Then why they are saying purity, impurity? Purity and impurity based on your intentions. If you are making an intention, bad intention, see the karma also works in this direction only. See, I will tell you. So, for example, somebody is doing some karma. Okay, maybe some bad karma. If you react to that, see, karma is two parts. In the previous classes also I said. So the karma is the action that you do and the second part is the result of it. See, it is two parts. You are doing karma, some bad karma. For example, somebody is doing bad karma, not you. Somebody is doing bad karma, and automatically they will undergo the result. Okay? If you are reacting to their karma and attaching to it, then you will start suffering out of their karma. That way also, one person's karma will affect the other person. There is one example is that Arjuna and Abhimanyu, that Radha Krishna was speaking. And this is also like that. So this is all because of bad intentions. Intentions only. If you have a bad intention, it is impure. So for that impure karma, if you bind to that impure karma is done by somebody, and you automatically become part of it, then you start suffering. So that is how, then what to do now? To keep yourself pure. So do not react and do not attach. So that is how one has to maintain the purity. So then, energy blocks and all this stuff will not be there. Next, properties of the soul. That is mind, intellect. Okay. So the mind, the property, see, the mind is like, we say like, thoughts. So scientifically what they say, there is no such thing called mind. It is all thoughts. When the thoughts are accumulated and they are connected and accumulated, then it will become like a mind. It forms like a mind. If thoughts are emptied, there is no mind. That is how the science will tell. The mind, making a box called mind is in your hands only. If the thoughts are coming and going, there is no box existing in your brain. The thought comes and go. They are disconnected thoughts. Instead of that, if the thoughts are connected and you're making script after script, extrapolating, making script after script, making movies, then automatically it establishes in your subconscious. It establishes subconsciously. Okay? So those thoughts, once they become subconscious, then what happens is, those are the thoughts will serve like a blocks. So it will not let you to get out of those blocks. It is maybe could be it's out of fear, out of doubt, out of whatever the way it is. Then what happens is the brain, the subconscious brain, that will make blocks. But in a way it is good, like it will not let you to go to that level in next time, because you have a fear. Out of fear for something, we don't know, XYZ. So because of a fear, you don't do that thing again and you don't get into trouble. So the brain is a cautious, it is a cautious thing. The brain makes the block at that particular thing. But at the same time, it's unfortunate thing, it will be really blocks other blocks, like a wall. It will not overcome, it will not let you to overcome that. Then automatically what happens is it moves from one life to other life. But initially, the subconscious brain, it will make those blocks for a cautious purpose to help you. But unfortunately, it will become a thick wall, such a way that you never will come out of it. That is real block. So that is how the mind will work. Next thing is, so if the mind works subconsciously like that, the soul will have that blocks. Like it will become a thick walls and it's very difficult to come out of it. Next, intellect. It is a higher property of the soul, right? The intellect. So through which you will decide and differentiate and your all these things, it is you shape your life. You shape your life with your intellectuality, isn't it? So intellect brain is very important. So if the intellect brain doesn't work, what happens, you cannot make boundaries. Okay. We always say, some people, they're illogically they behave, irrationally they talk. And, it's very difficult to teach them also. So they lose their ethics because of that. Okay. Sorry. They lose their, once they don't have a boundaries, so there will be a possibility they become so low in the ethics also, either in the work ethics or in the social ethics or the personal ethics, anything. Because the intellectual brain, there is a unique role for intellectual brain. If that intellectual brain is not working properly, they cannot differentiate what is good, what is bad. It's an unfortunate thing. Again, it's a kind of, it's a psychic problem. It is not like, simple mental problem. Stress, strain, no. It's out of the ground. So that's what happens. So they judge wrongly, they judge people wrongly, all these kind of things. Next, impressions. Third property is also impression. The third property is of the soul is impression. So we carry the past life karmas. It is impression, old impressions. And now we do something. This may become impression to the future. All this. This is all impression. This is also property of soul. So again, it is related to intellect. Our intellectual brain should work properly. So then automatically it knows what to be done, what not to be, what kind of a decision to be taken, what. So all this differentiation, what is right, what is not right. So then automatically we can shape our life properly. If you cannot shape your life, or if the intellectual brain doesn't work, as I said, no boundaries, people won't, they behave without boundaries. See, once you know boundaries of yourself, automatically you will know the boundaries of others as well. If you don't know, if you don't have this thing, means your intellectual brain is not working properly. It is a unfortunate thing. And on top of it, they will have attitude also. They keep yelling at people. The unnecessary belief systems, they expose to unnecessary wrong belief systems, and they start believing that is correct. And they will, if you don't set to their belief system, they will make you wrong. They will spoil your peace of mind. All these things, existence problem, survival problem. Some people become so tough on others. They will make other people life so miserable. So they will get into survival problem. This is because of this only. So this is all happens. Next, impressions, it carries from one life to other life, because the soul moves from one body to other body. Next, a matter of the soul. Yeah. So a matter of the fact who we are, body consciousness is the root cause of sorrow. Soul consciousness is the key to bliss. Yeah. So body consciousness, if you are only up to the body consciousness, definitely the suffering will be there. So if you overcome that and you get into the soul consciousness, you will be a blissful person. Next, body consciousness. Body consciousness, you know that, Arishat Vadruga will come. What is that? Anger and all that stuff. The person body consciousness, when the soul identifies itself with the physical body. Yeah. So what they're saying is, if the soul identifies itself with the physical body, see, see, here you have to understand this is a 5-finger concept. So 5-finger concept. So this is the body. No, this is body. This is no, yeah. This is mind. This is intellect, buddhi, intellect, and this is atma, soul, and this is paramatma. See? So what happens is atma, this is soul. Most of the time what happens is the body and the mind, they work together. And once these two together all the time, this intellect follows it. Because the function of intellect brain is to differentiate, to decide, whatever you are exposed at a body level. When you are at the body level, you will have body consciousness only. So always you will be outside physical world. These two will be outside. So automatically this intellect also follow this. So this one, when you are not spiritual, this soul suppressive to these three. It will not be dominating. The soul is suppressive. So otherwise, in other words, these three, 1, 2, 3 will suppress your soul. The soul has that suppressive nature. You cannot say like, this is soul. So why can't it behave like a barrier? You have to make this as a barrier. It is not just, it will be a barrier and it will do everything by itself. These three are the ones suppresses this soul. So that is why the soul during that time, when it is under suppression, that is what, people say, the soul is sleeping, they say. It is not sleeping, the suppression. When the soul is suppressed, then what happens? See, the soul also, it identifies itself with this physical body. Think about it. So you have to awaken your soul. So for that, like, people in regular language, they say, soul is sleeping. That means soul is not awakened. Once this is awakened, the soul will become dominated over these three. Then the inner transformation will occur. Then automatically this body, mind, and intellect, they work differently with the soul. Otherwise, once if this is under suppression, these three will work differently with the soul, highly dominating. So once this is awakened, these three will be aligned with the soul. Then the life will be different. Once these four are aligned, there will be a connection with the Paramatma. This guy is a Paramatma, this thumb. Then all 4 and 5, they will be balanced. Okay? So now you understand body consciousness, also soul consciousness, along with that I told you. And so for soul consciousness, once you become like this, then automatically you will understand your purpose of life. I am a soul. I'm not a mind. I'm not a body. I'm not a mind. I'm a soul. So once you understand that, the purpose of life is achieved. Next one is, that's all. It's not moving further. Oh, okay. Okay, I think this is the last one. My cursor is not moving. Okay. So, all right. So now the last one. Okay. So now I have told you completely about the purpose of life, how to achieve purpose of life also, isn't it? Now, to achieve that, what you need to do? There are major transformations. What you need to do? Then you will undergo major transformations. What is that? See this. Is that slideshow? Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So now, number one.
Ma'am, what topic is this? Because we don't have these slides.
No, you will have in that. So if it is not there, Lavanya madam will put it everything for you. But
But
this
what's the topic? What are we
40
gonna-
major transformations. Major
40 major transformations.
Hmm.
Okay.
So how to achieve this purpose of life? So when the mental problems have come, we already talked about all these things since the last two hours, like the mild to severe illness, mental illness. So all these things, if there is a defect of these things, then they'll get into such a huge suffering. That's also a karma, bad karma, isn't it? So what you need to do to know this purpose of life? This is artificial way of living to, you have to move from artificial way of living to live you have to live in union with the nature. Like, in connection with the nature, you have to live in connection with the nature. Like, for example, day before yesterday, Earth Day. So the whole America is doing something or other, right? Every company is doing, even the schools, even they cannot conduct some earth activities or any nature activities. At least they must have definitely put the posters all around the school. So the whole America is involved something or other. Even small companies and daycares and every big companies also, they're doing something. So because it is in connection with the nature. Earth Day. So they know every year they will follow a theme. One time planting the seeds, one time something. This year's theme of Earth Day is our power, our planet. That means storing the energies, recycling the energies, consumption of reduction in the consumption of energy. So that is the theme for a whole year. That means we should be eco-friendly. We have to make eco-friendly choices and help preserving our energy sources. So these things. So everybody have to work towards this. Like, this is what happens. Every year they do this. So artificial way of living is different. That means you're not in connection with the nature. For example, all the time you are living in AC, under AC. You don't want to come out into the nature and keep connecting yourself with the nature. So instead of doing all these artificial things, all the time, you either going into the going and coming back, going to the office, coming back office, and sitting in the home after that, not enjoying. Everybody's playing outside. It's weather is good, but still people, because they're not habituated to do these things. So all those things should be changed. That is what it means. So you need to understand the purpose of the fruits. The fruits, eating the fruits also very important. Instead of eating like all these burgers and all that stuff, eat the fruits and make sure that the food has more vegetables along with the sandwich or bun or whatever. So eating less processed foods and more organic foods, these kind of things. We have to live differently. Next thing is, see, this is just like a, illness. So if you change the I, then what happens? Wellness. Okay. So that is what it is. So this is a holistic purpose, holistic health. Is any illness? No, it is wellness. Next thing is animal-based diet to plant-based diet. So if you are eating anything plant-based, animal-based diet, it's all our choice, right? Some people like to eat animal-based diet. Some people like to eat a plant-based diet. But if you are eating plant-based diet, see her body, how she looks like and how this woman looks like. Because it's obesity. So because, yes, you know that, our alimentary canal and our system is more towards herbivores rather carnivores. So if we eat vegetable food, it's set to our body very nicely, isn't it? So, if you die as a human, start living as a god. So it is like, smart slogans. Next, other types of methods for breath meditation. So you know that there are so many kinds of yoga. So you know that physical yoga is there, hatha yoga and all these things. And it is all like, there is nothing wrong to learn all those things. It is to align your body, mind, and breath. See, when you are doing yogas, like, yogasanas, asanas, or yogasanas, or hatha yoga, so you have to, it's not only just moving the hands and your body. So along with the movement of hands, body, and everything, you have to regulate your breath also according to it. That means you're aligning, mechanically you're aligning your body, mind, and breath. Once your body, mind, and breath aligned, it's easy to do the Raja Yoga. If the body is not aligned with your mind and breath, then you have to start from the yogasanas or hatha yoga. Did you get my point? Oh, some people, they don't do all those things, but directly they will start Raja Yoga. What is the meaning? Immediately they will get into that meditation. Very easily they can activate their third eye. They already, their body and soul is ready to do Raja Yoga directly. That means the remaining thing they already done in their past life. Did you get my point? So I not only myself, many people will listen. Oh, we are doing meditations for a very long time. We are not getting anything. So if you're not getting anything, that means your body, mind, and breath is not aligning. Then you have to go back, not the back. Then go to that level and you start doing that. But some people are able to do very easily. They just sit down and, they're a new person. They start in the meditations. Within 40 days, they will making many things. They're doing meditations and they're getting meditation experiences. They're able to break down their dreams properly and they are able to do many things and they're doing spiritual courses. They are conducting the workshops. They're already meditation camps. I mean, it is as if they know, they are so much familiar with all these things because in the previous life itself, they are already into all these things. That is how one should understand and respect them. And Hatha Yoga and if the people are not up to that and they are not able to do that, even they are into this long time, then there is somewhere they are lacking. The orientation is lacking. Then you need to start from the physical asanas onwards. So here, that is why they are saying that other types of methods to breath meditation. So you need to go through other types of methods to come to this breath meditation. Some people chant. Some people do some worships. Some people do, what is it? Yajna, homam. These are also like, different kinds of, they look religious, but, there is a spiritual entities behind it. Once people understand it, they can do that also. So that way, some people, they have to bring their mind, orientation, physical asanas, hatha yoga, and all that stuff. Finally, at some point of time, you need to do only breath meditation. That's it. You do not need to do anything else. Buddha is easily they become Buddhas. Next. So fear to courage. So suppose if people are running with some fears, so they have to work on those fears and they become fearless. So this is very important. If they are they have a fear of going outside in the dark, they have to work on it. They should start working with the darkness reasonably. Take a torchlight first, or put a flashlight first, or something. You have to go out and experience that darkness, and you understand that there is nothing. How it is so beautiful in the daytime under sunshine, the same way, the same area will be beautiful under the moonshine. One has to come to that level mentally. Like that, they have to work on it. And in during nighttime also, you can meet a lot of creatures. You hear a lot of sounds. That's also a life. So one has to lose the fear of darkness, and they should be able to enjoy that darkness also. Next, social service to spiritual service. See, social services means what? You are helping people, you are providing food, providing water, and also, you are helping them to construct their houses. These are all some social services many social service people do, isn't it? So when people are at the body level, like, they are very primary level of spiritual, at the primary level, they will be indulged into social services. That means their soul is learning. I'm not saying one is great, other one is low. No. That means the soul is at that level. At that level, soul is learning the things from the social services. Like, by serving food for poor or to everybody, and working in the temples, they do a lot of services in the temple every weekend. So because they are attracting towards that, means their soul wants to go there to learn new things. Okay, so it is using its body to do all those services. Some people, they work in the food, at the food place in the temples, or else in the inside the thing, or else like some people will work, and even Hindus also. I'm seeing Hindus. If there are friends, they go to that, what is that, langar. They all the time, morning to evening, they keep serving the food. So even Hindus also will work with the Sikhs, and also, like, all those things. Even in American style also, weekends, the going into the fields and blah, 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 and all that stuff. So these are all social services. So the soul wants to do that, to learn something from outside. So once it learned that, soul doesn't want to go there. It wants something spiritual experiences. So then automatically, then the spiritual shift is required. If you don't shift according to your soul, because you are you started doing this for many years and you love to do that only, and you are not realizing that you don't require anymore, and your soul wanted to do spiritual services. Unless you are in the spiritual path, you don't understand your spirit, isn't it? So we still, whatever the familiar things are there, you are willing to do the same thing. So that time there will be problems come. When the problems are coming, that means you have to understand that you need a spiritual shift. So slowly, once upon you are a social reformer, then automatically, you will become a spiritual reformer, a spiritual scientist. So even in this one life, you live a whole life like a spiritual reformer. There are leaderships also, Gandhi and all. These are all like society reformers. Buddha, spiritual and society reformer. He fixed the frame of life. He did both. So in the same life, he's able to do both. But sometimes some souls, they do only one thing in a whole life, but the next life they'll become a spiritual scientist. They do not need to do this again. The same way, this Raja Yoga and other things also the same way. So they already did it in the past life. The next, where they stopped, from there they will start in the next life. So this is also the similar thing. Next, yeah, rigidity. See, this happens even for the spiritual masters also. So sometimes, no, that's laziness. This is rigidity to flexibility. So we need to be flexible in life. Anything, even for the relationships, social, society, or anything, we have to be flexible. For the flexibility, which chakra is important? Which chakra?
Swadhisthana.
Very good. So flexibility. If one person has to be flexible in the sense, their sacral chakra should be balanced. If the sacral chakra is unbalanced, they become so emotional, and that makes it much worse. They will not be flexible. They will continue in the same suffering years together. And also they will connect to the past. They bring more pain into the life. It is a kind of rigidity. The brain will become static there. They will not be dynamic anymore. It's a kind of rigidity. Similarly, different kinds of rigidities will be there. Some people are very stubborn, proudish, all these things. So, from rigidity, we have to see the transformation. What kind of transformation is required? From rigidity to flexibility. You need to kill the rigidity. Next, egoistic nature to egolessness. Okay. So next thing is, when people are egoistic, what happens? You know that. When they are egoistic nature, they don't listen to anyone. If you don't listen, you don't learn anything, isn't it? If you don't learn, you will lose soul energy. So that is why from egoistic nature to egolessness, that happens only when you become a meditator. So that is how one has to change. The transformation, 40 major transformations required for not only the patient God, even for normal people also is required. Next, energy utilization. What is it? Okay, Improper utilization of energy to righteous energy utilization. Okay. You know that energy. What are the energy in the sense? Okay. Electricity, water. I'm not talking about that. Energy is within ourselves. Thoughts. Thoughts. Okay. Our energy. Thoughts, speech, and position. We already talked about this. So when we have a gastric issues in the stomach, 5 powers, we already talked about it, isn't it? So those 5 we have to be taken care of. Then automatically the stomach issues are gone. So here, thought, speech, and position. Position in the sense, like, leaderships or whatever the work we do. So there, you will get a name and fame. Whether you're a small employee, big employee, okay, he's a good worker. That also important, right? Because see, always, the recognition, it is a natural tendency of a human being is being recognized by other person. If a mother is there, he wants to be recognized by his family, by son, by daughter, by husband. Same way, it is the same thing for the male persons also. So if there is no recognition, just like that, we can't live. So that is a position. Recognition is a position. So leaders. So, and speech and thought, these are all energies. These energies, it is related to time and money. If you have a position, good position, or small or bad, or small, sorry, not bad, sorry, small or big or anything, it comes by time, with the time, and also time is the money. Especially in America, time is the money. You know that very well. Especially people who are working in companies. So that is how, we should be able to utilize our time for learning, not for boasting or gossiping and wasting time. So when you keep learning, automatically you grow in your life, either in the physical world or in the spiritual world also. So that brings you more energy. In the physical world, it brings you positions and money. Money is again your energy. And in the spiritual world, you grow here. You grow here. What is it? Anahata chakra. You grow spiritually. And finally you become Paramatma. And speech is, it is also important, right? As you know that our thoughts are energies and what we speak is coming from this energy. So we should be able to utilize our energy in a proper way. Next. From common man living to ruler. Yeah. See, how long we have to live like a common man? We should become rulers too. Not necessarily ruling in the politics. It's good if you get into politics. We should be, ruling in this sense. If you, our word, if you are speaking something, people should listen. That's also called ruling. See, some people.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but how many more slides do we have on this topic?
I think almost done. I don't know. Let us see. Not much. So we are almost there. So that is how we have to live. Okay. I'll keep moving. So from Goddess Lakshmi to Parvati, this is a tablet, that Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati. So, okay. So each some people, they start from Saraswati, Parvati, Lakshmi. Depends on their state of soul. So next, third eye. So this third eye also, that you have done this tablet. So how you know that the third eye has 3 stages? Third eye opening, perfection, and completion. So go back to your old notes and please read about it. So this is like, inactive third eye stage to third eye. So suppose if in a third eye is inactivated, then you need to work to open that eye. Next thing is non-righteous emotional expression to righteous expression. Okay. So this is what, the words for the righteous expression. For non-righteous expression, we should not speak whatever. See, Vishuddhi chakra is very powerful. It is meant for, it filters. It is a filters. If you don't use this filter properly, people will become mad. Believe me. People will be some half crack, semi crack. We talk about, we use these words. He's behaving like a crack fellow. The reason is like, the Vishuddhi chakra filter. If that was not maintained properly, if the person is not using that Vishuddhi chakra properly, it affects mind also. So words are powerful. Next, what is this? Energy level to knowledge level. Okay, we know that. So first 6 tablets, energy tablets, and the next 6 tablets, knowledge tablets. Once you get energized yourself, then you have to move forward to gain the wisdom. Next thing is lack of purpose to purposeful living. This is what the whole point, right? To know the purpose of life. So lack of a purpose, before you become a meditator, lack of a purpose. Once you become a meditator, automatically the path will be, towards purpose living. Isn't it? See how he is walking. That's the thing. Next, dependent, fearful living to self-confidence. Okay. So many people depend on others. Depend on their own families, depend on parents, and depend on brothers and families. And, you see even how big they are, how great jobs they are, but mentally they will be dependent on others. So it is really fearful, because when you keep your happiness in somebody's hands, you don't know how they handle your happiness, isn't it? You are thinking that because there is a defect in you, you're depending on other person, believing in other person. So the other person may be good for some time. Later, they may change based on their needs, their demands, their family demands. Then automatically they will start mishandling you, because they want to use you. So the dependency is bad. So such kind of dependency is a fearful. So then move to the self-confidence. That is how we need to work on it towards moving self-confidence. Next, non-giving nature to giving nature. See, this is, this is a planet and this plant. Plant is giving nature. It always gives to the planet in many ways. So like that, we have to become. We have to become like tree. So non-giving nature to giving nature. We have to move towards giving nature. We have become like plants. Next, non-righteous usage of 6 passions of the mind to righteous usage of 6 passions. One should adopt a healthy competition. Say Arishad Vargas, 6 senses. So we should be able to utilize those Arishad Varga for right purpose. So we have to, then we will adopt healthy competition. Dharmas, like, we have to utilize our Arishad Vargas to carry out our dharmas. Next thing is external beauty to internal beauty. Okay, externally, external beauty is not that important. You have to develop internal beauty. Once we have a internal beauty, the external beauty also, show up very nicely. So internal beauty is more important. Next thing, cycle of birth and death to salvation. This is nirvana sthiti. So cycle of birth and death. So this one is, so we ultimately, we have to get moksham, salvation. So that means unless you detach yourself from all Arishad Varkas, you detach from yourself, you don't get mukti, salvation. Once you got the mukti, that is called nirvana sthiti. So we need to work towards that finally. Okay, this that it is a bomb, right? So this pin is dangerous. If you pull that pin, then this will blast, this will explode. Similarly, fuse of the bomb is also dangerous. So the fuse is small, this is nothing. See, this is like, all that the material is there. But once you lighten this, it comes all the way here like this, then only it will explode. If this is not there, it's any n number of days, years, it lies like that, isn't it? So static versus dynamic. You know that static brain, dynamic brain. If it is static, you will be rigid. If it is a dynamic, you will be flexible and you will learn more. So static, if the static brain is there, one has to work towards to become dynamic. Next, wrong usage of innate powers to righteous usage of innate powers. So innate powers in this Athindriya Shakti, supernatural powers like third eye and also the chakras and also like, these ones. So these ones, you have to use it for a right purpose, not for the wrong purpose. Destructive thinking to constructive thinking or miraculous thinking. So destructive thinking patterns, like, when a person is attached to the low quality energies, all destructive thoughts will come. The thinking pattern is so bad. So from such kind of thinking to slowly one has to develop and change their character, then become spiritual, then they will become miraculous thinking persons. So that is how grass mind to monkey mind, monkey. So that is how we need to work towards that. And we have to work along with the nature. Next thing is small I to big I. Okay. I in the sense soul. Next, enmity to universal love. So we do not need to develop enmity towards anything or anybody. It has no purpose of life. So enmity has no role or no place in the purpose of life. To know your purpose of life, you should not use your energies towards enmity, like enemy, hatred, revenge, anger, pain, and conflict, all those things. You have to work towards universal love. Unplanned way of life to planned, organized way of leading life. See? So you need to put you have to go through, you write a schematic diagram, or you need to put a listing and list out all your things, what to do, what not to do. Whatever it is, you have to work towards the plans, especially when the patient guards are there. The soul plan should be very, very meticulously to be planned. They have to take help of counselors and spiritual doctors. Okay. Next thing is individual planning to universal planning. So individual planning means, what do you do? Generally, whatever we are doing in the physical world, business plans, vision, like, these targets and all these things. So this is how this is how we live in the physical world. So we have to move towards a divine plan. That is, you should become a part of universal planning. Next, inefficient handling of emotions to efficient handling of emotions. Inefficient handling of emotion is this. Efficiency, if you develop efficiency towards your emotions, you need a balance. That balance comes by meditation and control of the breath. Next, impatience to patience. It is also the same thing. Impatience to patience. Next, spiritual laziness to holistic living. Okay, this is all these are all laziness. So even spiritual masters also once in a while get into this laziness. Okay, so they're just sitting and enjoying like this, and just sleeping in the couch and all this. This is from this stage to you have to keep doing something, either you go and learn the swimming or do this or play or anything. You have to, movement is required. So next, unwanted and unscientific speech to listening. Okay, people are they talk all the time. That is also unwanted talk. Unwanted talk, unscientific speech. Sometimes the people talk unparliamentary also. So the people have to stop all those things so that the Vishuddhi chakra will be fine. Then listen good things. So people have to move towards that direction. Next, non-warrior to warrior. So that means non-warrior to warrior. So that warrior, that is, you have to become a yogi. So before, people just the common man, how they live, normal. But once you become a warrior, once you become a meditator, you'll be different. What is this? Immediate gratification to long-term and permanent happiness. So you always, this is, see, they're buying something, shopping. When you do shopping, you like something and you buy it. So that happiness is temporary. So you need to go for the permanent happiness. That happens only when you are blissful. That happens with the meditations and all in the spiritual path. But here, so next tomorrow you will find something else in another shop. Again, you will go and buy it. So whatever is happiness you got a day before, it is limited. Right? So I can't say limited. It is unlimited happiness. This kind of happiness is unlimited, but it's not permanent. And it is not blissful. It is just a happiness. So today you bought from the clothes from Spanx, and tomorrow you will see something in the brighter brand. After that, your happiness is unlimited, this one, but it is at the same time your energy is consumed and the money is going off. It doesn't give you blissful. It's not blissful. You have to work for this blissfulness. And next, social family to soul family. Okay, social family, our families also comes under society only. That is social families. So not only the social family, the brothers, sisters, and their kids and moms, dads, and all that stuff. Ultimately, when you in the spiritual path, you will gain another family, just spiritual family. So that is universal family. There's nothing related to your own blood or else relations or your caste or your region or religion. It's nothing like that. Some unknown people will become your family. So that is how universe will be. That is how your oneness will develop. Your anahata chakra have to be balanced. It means you need to practice oneness. You should not feel differences. That happens only at the soul level. At a body level, you will feel the difference. White, black, or brown, colors, Indian, non-Indian, American, non-American, all these things, they are at the body level. this difference. When you overcome that, then oneness will start from heart chakra. Then you will start behaving like a universe. For universe, everybody is same. So that is how the soul family will come when you are in the spiritual path, especially when you are starting from spiritual, when you kicked off the spiritual level. That is from Anahata Churu up. Next, familial responsibility, like in wealth, security, pleasure, sexual pursuit to ashrama responsibility. See, when you are in the physical world, you will have all these things. You work for all these things, wealth, money, wealth, security, pleasures, sexual pursuit and all. So this is one stage. After that, you have to move to this stage. That is ashrama responsibility, ashrama dharma. So that is required. Next. Laborer stage to officer stage. You have this tablet. Laborer, worker, then officer. So please recollect that. So then finally you have to become like this. Dharma. This guy is talking about dharma to many people. So once upon a time he was like this, like anybody. So now he become like this. That is how we have to move our life. Next, helplessness state to self-sufficient state. Okay, see this guy, helplessness, he is folding hands to before everybody, like this. And he's also crying because he's helpless. He has some problem. He's, he's like that. So, sufficient state. Like, when you are with people, you will be sufficient enough like this. So once you are sufficient enough, you will find support like this slowly. You will get supported by your money, by your efforts, by your knowledge, by your education, everything. That is a support. From this stage to that stage. So that happens only when you are spiritually strong. That's what it means. Next, solution from the material perspective to solution from the spiritual perspective. Okay. So this one is material perspective, like, lawyers, doctors, politicians, these are all, so for they're all useful to serve or to save your materials. So politicians, they save your materials. They save you, they save your materials, they save your, they will give you loans, banks and everything to construct your houses and all, to that it is like same thing. Lawyers, they will help you to protect your rights. Doctors for your health, politicians, everything. So from this purpose to perspective to, you have to move to this perspective. That is meditation, spiritual books, spiritual guidance. Here you help people in different way, and here you help the same people in different way. Like, you are giving the spiritual guidance and you are putting a path towards salvation, and you are helping their souls. Here you are helping at the body level, system level, organization level, but here you are helping at soul level. So from this stage to that stage, one has to move. Next, karma yoga to jnana yoga. Okay, this is karma yogam. You are doing karma. For every karma, there is a reaction. For every action, there is a reaction. Here, you do karma and you will undergo the result of it. So slowly you have to move towards jnana yoga. From this yogam to that yogam. Next, this is what he says, Bhagavad Gita, karma yogam to jnana yogam. He said this all the Gita and all. Next one is earth bounded to multi-dimensional realities. Okay? Projections, plannings, experiencing through meditations. See, this is the earth level. See, your body level is earth level. Whatever is happening in the earth, your body will attract to it. It's because body is the one, it accesses everything from the earth. From this reality, this is also real at a body level. This reality to This reality, you have to move to this reality. This is soul level reality. Okay, you are seeing, the astral body. This astral body travel also can happen when you are moved towards that reality. Okay, that's what it is. It's done. If any questions, please let me know.
Excellent session, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
So very informative and very knowledgeable
Thank
and
you.
enlightening session.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And, yeah, these are 40 major transformations are there, and some of the tablets you already finished, but, go back and recollect and, get ready for the exam and everything. Okay. So if no questions, it will be done. Then till 11 o'clock. So we'll sign off. Okay. If you have any questions,
Ma'am, can I contact you personally?
yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a few things to discuss with you. So
Sure, definitely.
even after the exam, I think I can talk to you.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
Yes. I'll be in touch with you, ma'am. This is Parvati Lakshmi from India,
Okay.
Vijayawada.
Okay, sure. Definitely. Definitely.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Okay, then
Very good. To listen itself, we are very tired, and I'm sure it must be very hard for you for 3
no,
hours.
actually 11 o'clock. No, I'm a little bit sleepy, nothing else.
Yeah, it's a long talk. Yeah, thank you very much.
Much? Yeah. Okay, I'm stopping the YouTube live. Okay, stop. All right. Thank you so much, and good luck for your exam. Okay.